Hello everyone, I'm gonna explain how to make a cost per page calculation. So you can see here we have this information on the Excel file. So cost per page, the price depends on urgency field, this column. So you can see here all the options that it has, and urgency depends on the academic level. You can see here all the options of the academic level, and academic level depends on the type of service. So we have here, and type of service have multiple options, so we will work on it. So you can see the other option of type service on here. So you can see here two options, right? Okay, we have this. Then we have to make the layout. So you can see I have made the layout here. I added first a select list, the type of service. So you can see the type of service here. And I added the options, only two options here, the writing from scratch and editing. So you can see the options here. And writing from scratch, editing, yes. And then I added a new select list, which is called academic level. If we check the options here, you can see the options of this field and are the same option of this: high school, college, university, master, PhD, high school. So you can see these options. So that options. And then I added the urgency field. So you can see a select list, which is a select list. So you can see the urgency is this, right? And you can see the options here, the values here. I added the values here. I didn't add price because I will not need it. And then I added the number of pages, which is a spinner field. So yes, I added a price one. Then I added a text box with email address validation. So you can see here the email address validation. And additional notes, it's just a text area field. And then I added a HTML field, which is this. So you can see here these fields. You see here, blah blah blah, and I will delete this. And I added in this HTML field this summary. But though these are variables, calculation variables. So how can I get this variables? So you just need to go here, variables, and here calculation. But these calculation variables, we need to create this before, and you have to go to calculation tab and enable math calculation, and then create these variables. So in this case, I added first this calculation variable service type, and you can see this, and we can get the value of the service type, which is this. You can see here type of service, This is service. you can get here service, get field value, it's a character, and you can see this is the same as this. And for example, so you can see here and you can see here, both are the same. So, and I just return to this calculation variable, and that's it for the service type. And when I have created this calculation variable, this variable service type will appear. We just need to copy this and paste on here. Service type here. This is it. Okay, and I did the same for all the calculation variables. The same academic level, the same academic. This is a level value. Char this one, and but academic level, I think it's a numeric. Let me check. Option, no, it's a character. You can see it's character because the value is strings are character. Okay, that's why it's char here. Then we have the urgency field, the same urgency here in field value. In this case is numeric. So you can see here, urgency. If we go, yes, you can see that the values here are numerics. Okay, and then the cost per page. So then we need to add here the logic of the calculation. In this case, I use a switch statements for that. So switch statements of JavaScript. So you can see more information if you search it. So JavaScript switch statement. So you can add this syntax. Use this syntax. Okay. And that's what I use it. So for example, we have here type service. How I get this value? So once you have all the calculation variables below here, you can see the calculations urgency is below cost per page, academic level is cost per page. So you can get all those are like children. And you can get the value of that. How to get that? So you just need to for the type service, just go here and you can see urgency is here and urgency is here. So you can see those are like children. So you can see here. And then so for type service we can get this. So you can see though both are the same. For example, you can see here, look at that, it's the same. Also for academic level, the same. So you can see here, right? Also for urgency, there it is. Once we have those values, and we can compare the type of service. So we use the switch statement, type of service. If it's a scratch, do that. If it's editing, do that. So in this case, we will add another switch statement inside this. For example, you can see here is switch statement. If it's a scratch here, if the type service is a scratch, then check this. So if it's a scratch, for example here, if it's a scratch or it's editing, in this case it's a scratch, then we have to check what academic level is, and we will use another switch, and you can see it checks the academic level, what academic level is. In this case, for example, I added all the options here. For example, we'll use this academic level university. So you can see the academic level university is here, and then we can check. You can see university level, and then we can check what the urgency value is. So we have all of these options, and you can see this is in the calculation, all of those options, right? So you can see here, there it is. So those options are here. And for example, if the user chose 2 days, this one, so the cost per page should be 31. And university, scratch university, and 2 days here. So you can see here, if he chose 2 days, so the cost should be 31. Here it is, total. I have assigned total variable to 31. There it is, and then it finished. It goes here and return the total, and it returns the value of this, which is 31. That's it. We will check later this calculation, and the number of pages is just the value of the spinner. And for the total amount, so we will need just a number of pages. In this case, we can get here number of pages, and there it is. And for the cost per page, yeah, this variable here, there it is. That's the cost per page variable, which is this. Wait, cost per page, this one, with all of this calculation. But we don't need to just create all of this again. So just we can just use this variable here. There it is, and we just for the total amount, we just multiply the number of pages with the cost per page, and that's it. So you can see here, no? Here, number of pages, this variable, auxiliary variable, and that's it. And I added all the variables, the shortcut of the variables here, in order to see the changes on the summary. And I also added the same information from here to the mail notification. You can see here. So we can add shortcuts to the email notification too, in order to have a custom layout. And you can add from here, for example, going to variable options. This for front end. For mail notification, we have to use the backend option, and here the shortcut, so the calculation variables, and here the value shortcuts of the fields, and that's it. Then we save changes, and then we can check on the preview, or we can check on the page on our website. So we will test on our website. So here it is. So for example, I will choose writing, this one, writing university today's, and it should be 31. So university today's, and there it is. So you can see the cost per page is 31, and multiply it by 5, so you have this cost. Also, we can check another, for example, here, this editing high school 40 days, and it should be 5.5. Editing high school 40 days, there it is. Cost per page is 6.5, and there it is. It's the same. So you can see it's working fine, and we have finished our cost per page calculation. So also you can customize, add more logic here, and that's it. Thanks for your attention.